Good afternoon, Copeland Wildcats, and welcome to WCES at home. Sorry about those couple of minutes dead air there. As soon as I got ready, as soon as I hit the live button, the phone rang. That's what you get for working at home, right? Okay, so anyway, welcome to today's show. It is Monday, March 23rd. And if you guys subscribe to Dr. Taylor's Remind messages, either you or your parents, you will know that we're doing virtual Spirit Week. A lot of schools around the nation are doing this in an effort to kind of remind us that we are still a school, we are still together, and we are still learning even though we're at a distance. And so today was Wear Your Favorite Color Day. So I am wearing my pink. Notice my shirt says, "You can't be too pink." Okay, I'm all about pink. That is my favorite color. So I'm wearing my pink shirt today. I have some great interesting news for you guys today and some ideas and things for you guys to be working on as you are doing your distance learning. First thing, I have some hot off the presses technical news. As I was preparing for the show today, I did receive an email from our IT department downtown. It turns out that we are having some minor glitches with Launchpad. I did receive one person send a text to me about it earlier. Maybe you logged into Launchpad and then you had all of your apps there like iReady and Mayan, and then suddenly you didn't. Well, apparently this is a district-wide issue. They are working on it with Launchpad as we speak. All you have to do is log off of Launchpad and just keep logging back into it till it works. It worked right away for the parent I was talking to earlier. They're working on it and they are fixing it. It should be a pretty quick and easy fix. So if you on Launchpad, you lost your apps and then you log off and log back in, they should be back shortly. Okay. So if they're not already there, just FYI, they're working on that and that will come back on as soon as possible. Another thing, like I said, if you have any questions or concerns about any of your technical difficulties, Launchpad, anything like that, please feel free to email me directly or post them to our app, our discussion board on the website. There is a discussion board on the Copeland website on the distance learning page under the media center. Now, just FYI, your comments will be delayed. It is like an approval process. So once you post the question or comment, you won't see it post right away. It will tell you your comment has been submitted. And then once it's gone through the approval process, it'll show up on the discussion board. And then myself or someone from Copeland will be able to answer it for you. Okay. So please feel free to talk about anything you have going on during your distance learning on that discussion board or email me directly. Students can get to me right away through their Office 365 email. Look up my name. There I am. If parents, you don't want to use that, you want to use your own email, you can email me, shumdi@richmond.k12.ga.us. Don't worry about remembering that. It's also on the webpage, the Distance Learning webpage. You can find that very easily. All right, so let's get to the fun stuff. I have some great things to share with you guys today to tell you about some things that you can do while you're at home doing your distance learning. First of all, are you working on your distance learning journal that I challenged you to do last week? Don't forget every day to write an entry in your distance learning journal telling about what you did that day. Talk about what work you did for your teacher, show that you're being responsible and independent. Tell about the interesting things you inquired about. Maybe you did some bird watching like we discussed, or maybe you baked a cake. Maybe there's some other things that you looked up and you went and you did. Write about those experiences, okay? All right, so I'm going to flip the screen to my computer screen so you can see what I'm going to show you today. I'm going to show you two different things today, and I think you're really going to be excited about it, especially my younger grades for one of the things I'm going to share. I know you're really going to be excited about this. All right, let me flip over to my screen. There we go. All right, so this looks like a really boring page, but it's not. This is actually a Google document, and it just shows about all kinds of things you can do from home. All right, we've got art contests going on. There are museums you can visit with virtual tours. There are art games, digital art, art education, and art at home. And these are all art-related activities. So Miss Beal, shouting out to you. These are some really great art activities that you can do. I will post this link on the distance learning page after I have showed it. Now, because this has been shared on Facebook, yes, that's where I found it from, Facebook. Because it's been shared so widely, sometimes when you click on the link you might get a blank page that says is unavailable right now. All I had to do was hit try again and it popped up. Apparently because lots and lots of people are accessing this page, sometimes it freezes up. But it has a lot of really great activities on there for you guys to try. You can go to the different museums, which I love museums, guys. There's an online tour of the Louvre. That is a museum in France. It is an awesome museum. I would love to go there in person one day. But there's lots of great activities you can do here, so I encourage you to explore that during your distance learning activities. All right, so that's the first resource I'm going to share with you today. And the second one is on YouTube. There's actually a link to it right here, but that's because I already looked at it today. If you go up to search on YouTube and you type in MO space lunch space doodles. How many of you, and I know lots of you do, love the Gerald and Piggy books we have in the library? Well, guess what? Those were written by Mo Willems, and that is this fellow right here. He also wrote the pigeon books, like the pigeon doesn't want to go to bed, the pigeon doesn't drive the bus, the cat books, and we have lots of Willems book in the library. And he has also been stuck at home, guys. He's been quarantined like the rest of us. And so what he decided to do was create a show called Lunch Doodles. He started this last week, and I just learned about it this weekend. You can watch past episodes, but he's on live every day at around 1 o'clock, and he calls it Lunch Doodles with Mo Willems. And he talks about his process of writing and illustrating. He shows you guys how to do some drawing, and he answers questions that you can submit. You can send him questions yourself, and he will answer them on the air if he gets them. So it's really, really cool. The shows are only about 25 minutes long. Really cool. I got wrapped up watching one when I first found out about it. So I encourage you to go to YouTube and look up Mo Lunch Doodles and watch these episodes of him showing us how to draw and telling us about his process of writing books. They are really fun activities. And Mo Willems is a really laid back guy. He's really cool. So I think that you will enjoy those activities. All right. So those are the two resources I have for you today. I hope that you go and check both of those resources out, watching Mo Willems do some art and drawing, teaching you guys how to draw a little Piggy and Gerald maybe. Matter of fact, on today's episode, he taught us how to draw Cat the Cat, which is one of his characters in his books. And then also those art links that you can get. And like I said, after the show, they will be posted on the distance learning page for you guys to review. All right, don't forget to check the website regularly for updates from your teachers, updates from the principal, updates from me. We are doing our best to stay in constant contact with you guys. So remember, communication is key. You can communicate with your parents, with your teachers, with each other, with the email system, with the discussion board system, with your class dojo, remind, class tag, whatever method you are using in your classroom. Please don't forget you have many, many methods of communication, even though we can't see each other in person. Your teachers are working very, very hard to make sure that you have a variety of activities to do to keep up those reading, writing, and math skills, and those science and social studies skills, and those inquiry skills as part of our IB learning process. So please make sure you are constantly checking those updated pages and information from your teachers and trying some of these other activities that we're showing you. You don't have to be working 5 and 6 hours straight all day business on your computer or writing math problems. Learning is diverse. At school, we don't do the same thing for 5 or 6 hours a day, right? We learn, we write, we read, we do math, we do social studies, we do science, we go to lunch, we go to recess, we go to art, we go to STEAM. So I encourage you to do all of your activities. Diversify your day. For example, okay, here's some ideas of math in real world, okay? I have spent all weekend working with my husband. We are building a screen porch in my backyard. I am so excited about it because I'll have a nice covered space where the mosquitoes can't get to me while I'm enjoying my pool. I have to do a lot of math to do that, guys. I've been adding and subtracting fractions. I've been measuring and all these different things to figure out how the siding's going to fit, how the windows are going to fit. It's a lot of work and it's a lot of math, but I'm working, I'm having fun, and it's learning, guys. All right, so let me see. I actually have a little agenda today. I'm looking at my notes. Okay, so one more thing I want to share with you guys, and that's my special announcement for today's show, is this week I will be hosting some story times for you guys. Now, I'm going to call them interactive story times, and here's why. I am using an online app called Zoom. Y'all see my little dog behind me? He's an old man. He's coming to help us out on the show today. I'm hosting online story times, and we'll be using an online app called Zoom. It'll be really, really easy to use. I will post the link to the online story time on the distance learning page. I will have a story time for K1 this week, grades 2 and 3, and grades 4 and 5. You'll each have your own grade level story time. And it is interactive because once you join the Zoom link to it's called basically like a meeting. You can comment, you can ask questions. I can ask questions as I'm reading the story, and you can write answers. You can write comments about how you're liking the story, what things you think about. It's really, really great. So we can communicate with each other during these story time sessions. They'll be about 20 to 30 minutes long, and I'm going to kind of give you a preview of what we're going to be reading, okay? So to my kindergarten and my first graders, especially my first graders, if you remember last year when you were in kindergarten, I read you a funny, funny story called The Wonky Donkey. Well, guess what? When we had the book fair this year, I saw that the author of The Wonky Donkey, Craig Smith, wrote The Dinky Donkey. Okay, he wrote another book to go with The Wonky Donkey. It's so great. And the Dinky Donkey, guys, here's a hint. It's the Wonky Donkey's daughter. He had a baby, yep. And so I'm going to read the Dinky Donkey to the kindergartners and first graders during our Zoom interactive storytime meeting, okay? All right, for second and third grade, I'm going to read an oldie but a goodie. Okay, this is a book that I read when I was a kid. It was hilarious. I loved it. It's funny. It's cute. And it's called Space Brat. All right. Notice it's written by Bruce Coville. When I was a kid, Bruce Coville wrote lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of books, kind of like Mo Willems does today. He has really funny stories. They're really easy reads. They're really entertaining. And so I thought we'd have a little laugh with the second and third graders by reading Space Brat. Okay. So when you guys log into Zoom, the story time, we're going to be reading Space Brat, okay? Now, obviously, we're not going to read the whole book in one day. That means you'll have to come back every episode of Interactive Story Time to hear what happens next, okay? That's going to be the same thing for the 4th and 5th graders. 4th and 5th graders, I'm going to read Amina's Voice. This is a brand new book I just bought at the book fair. I saw it on the shelf, and I couldn't resist. So I haven't read this book either. So this will be new for everybody who's listening because I have not read it either. So this will be our 4th and 5th grade interactive storytime selection. Again, there will be a link to the Zoom meeting on the distance learning webpage, and I will read this book. I'll read a few chapters a day. Each time we meet. This week we're gonna have a slow start because I'm trying to figure out how it works. Each Zoom meeting only allows 100 participants during my free membership. So I know that everyone's not going to join, but it does allow a lot of people to join. So I can have like a really large story time if 100 people come. So it'll be really fun. I encourage you guys to check out those apps. Those links will be in the website sometime today after the show because I have to set up those meetings and then get those welcome links to that. So please feel free, students and parents, to join us for interactive story time. If you have more than one kid in the household, I encourage you to only log in once, though, and use one computer so that you're not using multiple participants in one household. Okay, so if you have 3 children, for example, just log in on one computer. That way it's only one participant in my meeting and not 3. Does that make sense? That way as many people who want to participate in the meeting as possible can do so. All right, let me check my little agenda. All right, I think that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed this episode of WCES Live at Home. You can watch this episode later, show it to your friends if you missed it live today, because it will be on the Stream app after it has been uploaded when this episode goes off. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Don't forget, email me pictures of what you guys are doing at home. Maybe you'll see them on the show. Maybe you'll see them on the website. I want to see you guys. I can't see you in person, but I can see you in pictures. So have a great day, and I'll see you later.